All right, Speedromizer community, we are going to get right on and rolling with Wily, Beast, and Weakest Creatures. My friends, take it away.
All right. So, yeah, we just saw a scoring run. This is going to be another scoring run. But like, it's completely different. So I think we actually have to like discuss the game scoring systems first. I'm Anna says hi. I'm the runner. I was taught by Balisman, who currently has a world record in the category I'm running.
I could, and I guess I'll explain how the system works in this game. So the main mechanic is the hyper system.
Yeah. So we're not
the one we
starting.
want the most is the orders.
So yeah, how hypers work is when you kill enemies, sometimes they have these like animal ghosts. We call them tokens. If you you collect 5 of them, you get a hyper. And if you get 3 of the same animal in your hyper, it'll have a special effect. For our case, we really want the otter hyper because it gives us this rotating shield that cancels bullets, which I will demonstrate on this mid-boss coming up. And yeah, this isn't like actually the category, this is just demonstration. Yeah.
The more of the animal, the longer the hyper is. Just so the reason for this fight is the longest.
Yeah. As you can see, I got an otter hyper, and I'm just you can shoot during the hyper, which also gives you extra value, which is the blue number on the right. When you get more value, you can also pick up these fish tokens, which give you life and bomb pieces, etc. I am doing a bomb right now. This is the X button. You will see a lot of those. It gives me invincibility, it gives me time to collect tokens. I'm gonna suicide here. When I suicide, I drop these 2 otter tokens because my shot is an otter shot. Anyway, if I don't have 3 of any one animal, I get what's called a neutral hyper, which we're gonna want to mostly avoid. And that's mainly the scoring mechanics. Also, when your otter hyper cancels bullets, or when you shoot during a neutral hyper, you will get these green items that both raise your PIV and give you extra score. So yeah, we're gonna want to see that value raised as high as possible. Anyway, yeah, we're starting.
The main focus of this category is just increasing the point item value, because not only do the green items that you get from like cancels shooting with a hyper, not only do they give point item value, but they give 1/10 of the point item value in score. So
yeah. Also, keeping in mind
most of the score comes from
keeping in mind that since this is a score item run, the only thing we care about is that number in the top right. Like, we are going to be dying a lot. We are going to be using a lot of bombs, which is things we tried to avoid doing in the earlier runs, but no. And here it's all resources. And something to note is this first stage section before the mid-boss is actually like, the routing is extremely tight. There are exactly enough tokens. That's not good. So, like, yeah, if I pick up any extra token at all, I would be unable to execute this route, and I would just be forced to reset. Anyway, this is where we see otters being used to cancel bullets.
This category is quite strict in the routes.
Yeah. Alright, here's our first instance of token RNG, wolves, that's good.
Yeah, the tokens that drop from you when like a hype ends is completely random, so it's equal chance for wolf, otter, eagle, and both of them roll independently. So
Alright. I'm gonna bomb just for safety here, because I got an eagle.
You bomb. Yeah, so this the bomb after the spell starts, so it does no damage, so it just buys you time to collect the tokens.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stall this for a bit for a bigger cancel. Now, on the other hand, if we bomb before the spell starts, we both keep the spell card bonus, and we get the bomb, which is really important because we get a secret token for capturing that spell without ever going above the boss. And it's incredibly important to get that token, because that token is needed because it gives an extra life for us. And it also gives, like, 3 extra animals.
Yeah, so what that token does is when you end a hyper with it, it upgrades your drop. So usually you get a 2 beast drop when it ends, but with that token you get 5 drops. 2 of them are usually fish.
We have a community name for that token. It's called, I was told I cannot say the word, so I'll just say it's called 3 somethings. Okay, that was a bad
official name is 3 tricks.
Yeah, that's the official name. There's a synonym for chick, or that I am not allowed to say on stream, because it would make the stream not PG. Okay, so I'm using this dialogue to collect the 2 life pieces, and we're gonna enter the extra boss, Saki, with a 3 otter. Now, the goal here is to get 2 hypers on every single non-spell, but some nons are worth more than others, and here we go. Now, there's a safe spot on top of her head. It is a bit precise, but there's enough space in here that you can maneuver around.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this on every single non-spell.
Ideally.
And when the hyper ends, we just bomb once. And to get the next hyper, and we go back in the spawn.
Something to note is the hyper is lasting pretty long, and that's because if you aren't shooting, like if you aren't damaging anything during your hyper, it lasts for twice as long. So I am gonna hyper this spell as well because it is just very lucrative. I'm doing 4-5-5.
Like one of the biggest PIV games. Like just look at the green clouds and the PIV number going up.
Ah, fuck.
We were like at 80,000 when this started.
Okay. Yeah. So this spell is actually pretty close to timing out because we 3 hyper it. And the hypers do last pretty long.
Now we see now we can notice like a lot of fading tokens. Those mods, those are fading because they're almost about to run away, and we usually don't want to see those because
Alright, I am for safety gonna go for a 4 here.
Yep, for others.
Yeah, so something to note, this is an RNG check. Zune forgot to like set the movement boundaries on this attack, so she can actually just move up all the way past the top of the screen, and if you are in the safe spot when that happens, there is no way to avoid being killed by her. So I do a 4 otter there. It's optimal to get a 5, but again, we're doing a 4 otter just for safety.
On, and this launch, you can move up all the way or down all the way, and that forces you to collect some tokens, which both of them are bad. bad. So.
Yeah. But since you really do not want to break your hyper, being forced down is actually like the least bad thing to happen here. Okay.
Oh, this spell is for some reason very massive on the cancel, so we'll go on to it.
Okay.
And that is actually a very good cancel. That's 11,000 pivots. That's like the maximum you can get.
And yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna go for a 3 here. Because, like, I'd normally get a double 3 anyway, and yeah, I can't get a 4. So, notice how I have no bombs. How am I gonna get out of the safe spot on this one? Well, the answer is I am not. I'm just gonna let this pattern end by timing it out.
Time it out.
Because she actually moves down to the center when it times out.
It's also quite important to set up your hypers before entering the next one, because if you only have 3 orders, right, you need to collect 2 tokens to collect to get the next hyper on the next one, and there's not really a lot of time to collect.
No otters. That's unfortunate. So I'm going for a 3
You will
into
have to
5.
suicide and go for a 5.
Yeah.
Ideally.
So, fun fact, on this, we'd ideally want to get like 5 into 4, I believe, but the timer is just not long enough for that. Oh, wow. Okay.
I would in the safe zone again. That was suicide just to get and a bomb just to get enough time to get the tokens required for a 5.
Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, we genuinely did not have enough time to like let that play out in its entirety. Also, I hate this spell. It's really annoying. And if you aren't careful, like if you greed, you will die to it, and it sucks to die to this.
Oh, one thing to note is that
that's bad.
The spell core bonuses are minuscule in this category, so it doesn't matter if you like,
that's really bad.
Oh, that's not good.
I think I just skip the next hyper on this and only... Should I? Should I skip or suicide?
I think that's safer, yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
the problem with collecting all those tokens accidentally, run enough tokens for this next hyper.
Yeah. It should not be understated like how unforgiving this category is. Okay.
It's also not great.
Yeah. I debated like going back in.
No, you do not have enough tokens for that. If you need.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just do an extra cycle. Wait for a cancel.
Right, so this one is the second most valuable.
This also is an on with the worst visibility. If there's anything I am going to break a hyper on, it is this thing. Because it is really hard for me to find my Q for this spot.
That is unfortunate. It's all eagles.
Yeah, I
have to die to try to get in again.
Yeah.
Yep. Which puts them quite like strict on the resources they can use now.
Yeah. Oh no.
So ideally they don't die again until the latest spell.
Yeah. Okay, I broke. That's fine there.
Not a great way.
Yeah, but it was just at the end of the spell, so I can just skip a non-7 hyper, I think, instead. And be on route, right?
Yeah, I guess you can skip the non-7.
Yeah. It also gives me more bombs for safety. Yeah.
So the problem with breaking that hyper is not only do you lose the duration of your current hyper, but you also lose the 2 tokens that drop from you.
Yeah. Having your hyper cut short was a non-issue there since the pattern was like about to end anyway. But losing the 2 tokens was a very big deal. Okay, this is Muscle Explosion. This is... Yeah, no, I do not want to deal with that wave.
Spell.
Yeah, this is just RNG Vomit. Oh god. Okay, fine. Bleh. Oh, she's low.
And so this is the biggest one we want to use up a lot of time on this as well, but
that is really unfortunate. Are you joking? You can't make this up. Okay, I
to collect 2 tokens at the very second the hyper ends, so this is only a thriller.
Like, this is marathon RNG in a nutshell.
So yeah, these 15 seconds remaining, yeah, that could, all of that time could have been used for if they got a longer hyper.
Okay, and I am forced to cap this.
Best case is capping it, yep. But
okay.
Right, it's time for this spell, which is like taught us half of the run. To sync up these tokens so they turn order at the exact time we want.
Okay, so I'm doing the suicide after hyper end strat, which here we go.
So, this is a your move tech that I discovered. So you can let these spirits stack up in the middle, and
that's bad. I mistimed the slash.
They missed it.
Least awful train wreck on this pattern. So I'm gonna want to die after my hyper ends. Don't worry, that's intentional. This does leave me at risk of game overing. I did not want to hyper that. Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
And they have to... okay, so they completely messed up this spell. What's supposed to happen is the spirits in the middle, they stack up in the middle, and...
I have made a horrible mistake. I have made a horrible mistake. Whoops.
This
You
is
didn't see that.
completely messed up, dude.
Yeah, I have made the worst mistake known to man.
Yeah, no score was gotten from that spell, but...
Yeah. At least it's a 1.5.
Even though the orders don't cancel the bullets here, you still want the 5 order because it increases your hyper duration, and that's important just for the shootdown PID
Yeah.
that you can get here.
Oh,
This hyper, basically all of the scoring has been done, so the rest has been is just the capture of the spell, so just finishing it off.
I bombed. Oh well. Yeah.
It's a
and since this is
1.5
extra-
billion game over.
Yeah.
But
Do we have
this-
time for another run since that was my first credit? Or should I just, like, go to practice mode and, like, demonstrate how the stage is supposed to end? Yeah. Okay, so,
okay.
okay.
Kind of
So-
unfortunate how
Yeah.
the spell didn't go the way it went.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, so what's supposed to happen is starting from here. Yeah. Like, I mean, at least I made it to the final. At least I didn't game over to the timeout. Because this game is just extremely unforgiving. Okay. 3 otters. So what I should have done is, yeah. I bombed that early, and then I'm gonna do a, suicide on this wave. I have to wait so that all of them are in range of my death wave, and... I start charging up for a slash. Missed some, but it's fine.
they still miss the bullets, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to get all of the bullets, and it's a huge chunk of PIV all at once. And
Yeah. And more importantly, huge chunk of score.
little known is that the most bullets you shoot down in per wave, the denser the bullets are.
Yeah.
However, since the next wave already spawned, the spirit count reset. So when we kill all those, the spirits in the next wave are going to be super dense, which allows us to get even more score than the usual.
Okay. 3 eagles. Okay. So I've just turned on infinite lives here so that, like, that doesn't happen again. Ugh! Yeah. Again, like, it cannot be stated how, like, difficult this category is to first try. Alright. Okay, I got all of the bullets there. Alright, and I pick up that bomb piece to extend my hyper. So that
just enough time to completely get that away.
Yeah, I think I shot a bit too much. No,
Fine,
it's
if you
fine.
survive, you're good. Yep, okay.
Yeah, I missed a lot of bullets, but like the important thing is like getting through that slash intact, because like that is to me the hardest part of this strat. Okay, so now I'm gonna sit in the top left corner and slash when there's 8 seconds left, and then that opens up a gap for me to move down the bottom left corner in. And then I flash everything at once for a huge cancel.
And
yeah, and that is what is supposed to happen. Like, as you can see, I'm supposed to get like over 500 million from that spell.
this spell end is worth a lot, so
Yeah.
then it's just a gigantic loss.
Yeah. Believe it or not, the game over is actually like not even a big loss, because the only thing I lose out on is the cancel after the spell ends, which is worth like 30 million, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And the clear
and
bonus,
the clear bonus is unlike the
worthless.
last category. It's tiny. Like the bombs are worth 1 million, and I believe the lives are worth 4 million.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how the run's supposed to end. For the record, I'm mostly happy that I got through it mostly on route. The timeout was a tragedy, though.
I mean, you did your best.
Yeah. No. What happened was I just game over. Like, infinite lives in practice only.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody. We will be back with our. My mistake.
Wait, I get to do another credit?
Wait.
Oh, wait.
I
I thought I was told that I didn't have time for another credit, which is why. Oh, okay.
That's on me. I apologize.
Whoops.
I guess we have one more chance to get a good score.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm doing all the safety strats in pre-mid. Yeah, had to hyper early there. I don't like this token movement at all.
So the one challenge is just dodging all the tokens on the stage. You don't want to collect anything unintentionally.
Yeah, again, there's only exactly enough tokens for the route to work. Okay. If you break or eat a token in pre-mid, the route just falls apart and there's nothing you can do to recover. Oh boy. Wolf, Eagle. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna get a 3.
Yeah, so
This loses score, but
ideally
like,
you want the board just to use up all the time, but you can also do 3 as like the backup. Well, if you can't get, don't have the good RNG for the hype. And this time we didn't have to do the safety bomb because it was all.
yeah. I only do the safety bomb if one of the tokens is an eagle.
If there are multiple that are eagle, yeah, it's quite hard to get the bomb. So you basically have the bomb to ensure that you get the orders.
Run's dead.
That's bad because
Run is like just
you
straight
don't
up
get the
dead
special
here.
token because they died.
Actually, no, wait, I died as well. So, like, Run's actually dead. Do I have time for a reset?
So they essentially lost 2 lives there just from dying. Yep.
Okay, well, this is just straight up unrecoverable. I am down 2 lives. Like, I will try and finish, but yeah, this is not gonna be good. I'm gonna have to lose so many hypers, and this is gonna end up with a lower score than my game over no matter what I do.
I think if you could still get a good score even if you hit the last part.
So... what I missed out on is... I missed out on an entire hyper on this non. I think I have to just get severely truncated hypers on Thrilling Shot. It's awful.
And so this is how one miss can just ruin your entire hunt.
Okay, so I'm only gonna go for 2 hypers here. I'm going for 5 into 5. Okay, well,
Yeah, sometimes the tokens change right as you're able to get them. There's a mechanic that if you're close to the token, they will pause, but she was not close to the token in time.
I had no bombs. Yeah.
This is just
I'll just do this. Get a 4 like this. Yeah.
going good.
Like, the routing is just completely... I'm just basically guerrilla routing everything from here on out. Okay, yeah, Run's dead.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a great showcase, and we appreciate you showing this off. All right.
This category is honestly one of the least friendly categories you can choose to play. So, props to them for sticking with it all the way through.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. All right, and with that being said, We're going to go get set up for the next run. We are running a little bit behind schedule. Bear with us. We will be right back. Can we get some Twitch chat? Can we get some hype for that amazing Wily Beast and Weakest Creatures extra scoring showcase? Major shoutouts to Anna Says Hi and the rest of TRS, Toho Replay Showcase. We are getting set up for our next run, which I believe is Mystic Square by Hurai. That is Lunatic Nobom Mima. I should probably be donating $1 for every one of these character names that I'm butchering horribly. So give us a couple more minutes. We are getting set up for that. We will be right back.